Let's face it, sometimes we got a budget. Times can get hard, but we still need to find the small enjoyments in life. The Nintendo Switch is home to a wide array of unbelievably cheap games, so which ones are actually worth your attention? Well, let's take a look at 20 of them we think will offer you a decent time for a small price. All these games are at their full price, under $5. No deep sales to be found here. You'll always find these cheap as chips. And as long as you don't go expecting the world, there's definitely some cheap, cheerful experiences to be had. Let's take a look. Super Punch Patrol at $4.99 is the latest game from Bertel Horberg, the king of cheap, cheerful games. This was put together during the pandemic and emulates the classic beat-em-ups of old, featuring a nice hand-drawn looking filter and some simple but satisfying gameplay, nice music. This is definitely a game to look at if you want some Streets of Rage goodness on a budget. Sticking with the same developer, Gunman Clive Collection is another one of $4.99, and I think this may be even better, perhaps the best game on this list. At least for me personally. Action platformer, simple yet very well designed. If you want some Mega Man-like goodness, 2 games in one, fantastic value, get this double pack and check out my review. Kamiko at $4.99 is a legend, one of the early indie hits on the Switch. This was known for providing a cheap, cheerful start to the Switch's life. Top-down hack and slash, 3 varied characters, nice music. If you want to spend big, you can even import a Japanese physical version exclusive to bsidegames.com. You'll be looking at paying like 20 times the digital price if you're including shipping and taxes, but you know, whatever, it is absolutely stunning. Although maybe stick to the digital version. They Breathe at $3.99 is one of those experiences type game, a descending game offering lots of atmosphere, a tinge of horror and perspective. Gameplay is on the slim side, but most people who have played this incredibly short experience have enjoyed it and it has stuck with them for a long time to come. Shall we have a triple helping of Doom? The original classic Doom 1, 2, and Doom 64 are all available for $4.99, which is a fantastic price for absolute classic games. It's especially nice to get 64 so cheap after so long being stuck on its original console. First-person goodness still holds up to this day, and the original has been updated with loads of expansions and stuff. It's just insane value. All 3 are essential. Even if you're not on a budget, get these. Are you enjoying this list so far? Then consider hitting that subscribe button and that little bell so you don't miss a thing from us. Goblin Sword at $4.99 is actually originally a mobile game but has seen a big overhaul for consoles. This is a pretty fun action platformer inspired by the likes of Mega Man and Castlevania. Surprisingly generous content, solid mechanics, loot collection, nice presentation for the price. Toki Tori for $4.99 is a remake of a Game Boy Color game. It's a puzzle game with light platform elements and is very solid, the perfect portable puzzle game. It looks nice in HD and hasn't aged a day in terms of the actual gameplay. More than 80 levels, 5 worlds, and a wide variety of puzzle solving mechanics. This is not one to pass upon for puzzle fans. Downwell at $2.99 is perhaps the cheapest digital game to ever get a physical release. Published by Devolver Digital, you know it's going to be a bit of quality, as this simple yet satisfying descender fits surprisingly well on the Switch, especially since you can turn your Switch screen vertically to make the most of the full length. Definitely shouldn't turn your nose up at this one, it's one of the best. Pan Pan perhaps shouldn't be on this list because it's not actually under $5. It's a straight $5, but I thought I'd let the 1 cent off the hook. This is a minimalistic adventure as your task is to fix your downed spaceship and begin the pilgrimage home. It's a small open world with an atmospheric soundtrack, certainly one to have a look at. Lydia is not really a game, at least not a particularly good one. It's a really emotive tale of a broken childhood based on a real-life experience. It's heartbreaking, especially for me as a father, and this is a game that has an important message to tell. At $4, you're not getting much gameplay or runtime, but the narrative is one that will stick with you. Also, proceeds taken from the DLC will go to charity to raise awareness about children in similar situations. Adventures of Elena Temple Definitive Edition is $4.99. This is a retro exploration platformer with single-screen puzzles and challenges. For the price, it's a really nice simple game that will last you a couple of hours. I reviewed the base game, which is a measly $1.99, but this enhanced edition contains a lot of extra content and tweaks. If you like games like Pitfall or La Mulana, then this is a nice look-in. I highly advise you check out my review of the base game, which is obviously a little out of date now, but you can get a good feel for what the game has to offer. Refunct is a peaceful first-person platformer as you restore a world. At $2.99, you're getting a chilled-out half-an-hour experience of playtime with a nice soundtrack to boot. Juan reviewed this one positively for the price at hand, so be sure to check out his review if you want to know more. Akane is priced at $4.99. This is a cyberpunk arena slasher inspired by the likes of Akira, Kill Bill, and Blade Runner, but in a retro video game form. This provides simple but addictive gameplay where you keep wanting to gun for the high score. There's not much in terms of content, but you'll want to replay this as you did arcade games back in the day. Hexologic is a really nice puzzle game. It's not groundbreaking or particularly thrilling, but puzzle fans, especially of the likes of Sudoku, will need to pick this one up, especially considering it's a meager $2.99. Me and my wife had a nice time playing through this together. It's simple but nicely presented and definitely better than the price tag would suggest. One Strike at full price comes in at $4.99, although considering how many offers Cubic Games have put up, I wouldn't be surprised if most of you have or could get this for free. This is a 1v1 2D fighter with a gimmick of one hit, one kill. Playing with a friend can actually bring some really intense standoffs as you try to outwit each other in the rounds. It's a very one-note game, but for what it's going for and the price, it's worth it for a nice distraction with friends. If you manage to get this for free, then even better. Skypiece is the cheapest game on this list, coming in at 99 cents. This is one game that I bet anybody will get for free with a few spare gold coins on their account, which is exactly how I picked it up. We're not going to pretend this is the best game in the world, but as a simple auto runner that's almost guaranteed to be free, I think it was actually pretty nice. Earth Wars is $4.50. It's a tough action game with an interesting visual style mixing 2D and 3D together. There's plenty of content for the price, including mech customization, loot, and so on. It will keep you going for quite a while, even if there will be a little bit of repetition after a short time. Can't go wrong with $4.50 though. Dragon Quest at $4.99 is one for retro JRPG fans. This is one of the grandfathers of the genre and certainly one that cemented the tropes in the minds of Japanese and North American gamers. This is a port of the mobile version, which won't warm to some of you, but as someone who didn't grow up with the NES versions, I liked it. I even bought the whole trilogy from Asia. Import links and discount code below if you want to import that for yourself. What is your favorite Dragon Quest? Please let me know. And there we have it, guys. 20 games under $5. What's your pick of the bunch and which would you add to the list? We'd love to know your thoughts with a comment. Special thanks to our YouTube members and our executive producers, Gannicus, God of Resin, Dane Wilkinson, Jonathan Ruma, Brett McLean, Santa Tartaruga, and Alolan Jojo. Thank you for your support. Plus you, yes you, watching right now. If you watched all the way through, then you are a legend of the highest order. The longer you watch, the more it helps us out. Here are a few of our other videos that may interest you if you enjoyed this one. We'll see you guys over there. Take care.